Kevin takes issue with you, Ari, and it's an interesting question.
Okay, Kevin, bring it. Bring it, Kevin.
Ari, I don't understand why you keep saying Ohio State should lose the Big Ten championship game to be the 5th seed. Yes, the 5th seed benefit is a huge advantage. I'm well aware Ohio State would never tank the game. But Ohio State isn't guaranteed to be the 5th seed just because their roster is good. They would have 2 losses and will be compared to Georgia, Alabama, or Ole Miss, who are also good 2-loss teams for the 5th spot. Oregon is the only team that can lose a championship game that has a high chance at number 5, not Ohio State. I think Kevin might be right.
I think Kevin's wrong.
Okay. Explain.
Well, like, here's the thing. Like, when I say Ohio State should tank the Big Ten championship game, that's said tongue in cheek. Like, I'm joking.
So you're Joey Galloway saying that Indiana should bench Curtis Rourke for the Ohio State game?
Yeah, that wasn't me. I was saying if there was a way you could guarantee yourself the 5 spot, you should. So you are right in that you can't guarantee it.
So should Oregon tank that game?
Absolutely. It's the same thing for them. Like, it's like no different. And if Oregon lost to Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game, I would bet my life that they would be the 5 seed.
I think you'd be right.
Because their only loss would be in an extra game against a top 3 team. Like, that would be for sure. But Ohio State as a 2-loss team with a top 5 win, and their only losses were 2 close games against the number 1 team in the country, one on a neutral field and an extra game, is the 5 seed. It is. I mean, that's what I project. So that's why I keep saying it. I don't know if I think that Ohio State needs to win the Big Ten. I don't know if I'm just like old school and becoming like a boomer, but like I think that the Big Ten championship actually matters to Ohio State this year because it's been so long since they've won one. And I do think that and I saw Urban Meyer was talking about this. Did you see Urban Meyer reacted to Lane Kiffin and what he said about not wanting to play in the SEC? I think he said it on an On3 podcast when he does with Tim May, or it might have been somewhere else, but I saw it. He goes, SEC coach said he doesn't want to play in the SEC championship game. That doesn't even compute to me. I don't know how a human being can think like that. Like that's kind of like
Urban Meyer would be thinking like that if he was an SEC coach right now, because Urban Meyer is a very calculating individual.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, if I were the head coach of Ohio State's football team, I would really, really want to win as many big games as I could. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to go laying down. The Big Ten championship matters.
Ryan Day told us this when we talked to him in September in Columbus. Like, you're Ohio State's coach. Your job's to win every game.
Yeah, he knows. So I'm just saying, from a path standpoint, if you could ensure being the 5 seed, and I will fight people over this because people think that the extra game is a lot. I would much rather play BYU in Boise on the road or whatever, at home, whatever, than go have to play the winner of the Alabama Notre Dame game in the second round, which would, be. And again, I think that both of those paths would probably lead to the semifinal for them, if I had to guess. But Oregon being the 5 seed, all that's basically doing is you're probably just setting up a rematch on the same side of the bracket with the team you're playing in the Big Ten championship game. Like remember my hot take, the saucy take of the first time we did the Wendy saucy takes, it was my turn, and I said Ohio State and Oregon will play 3 times this year. It's definitely going to happen. I don't know if you're paying attention to this, but it's if they're the 1 and the 5 seed, if Ohio State wins on Saturday and beats Michigan, and they are 1 and 5, they will play again.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Wait, I said it would be the only time they'd play this year. That was my saucy take.
I said 3.
Well, I'm going to be wrong, I think, unless Indiana comes through this weekend.
College football sickos, make sure you're subscribed right here to the On3 YouTube channel. Also want to make sure y'all know the Hard Count brought to you by our friends over at Prize Picks. Playing with Prize Picks using code HARDCOUNT, $5 in lineups gets you $50 in promo funds. So appreciate y'all using that code and appreciate you being subscribed.